Beneath the relentless sun, in the heart of an unforgiving desert, a scene unfolds both mesmerizing and grotesque. A camel, its once proud hump, now transformed into a nightmarish honeycomb labyrinth of open wounds. These pits and cavities reveal a macabre ecosystem, pulsing with life that is neither benign nor simple, but a harrowing testament to nature's darker intricacies. The camel's hide, rugged and cracked, has become a host to an army of parasites that burrow, feed, and reproduce within this spiraling network of flesh and infection. The smell, a harsh, sour pungency, hangs in the dry air, a visceral reminder of decay and survival intertwined. This wound, a festering cradle of infection. In the dim, shadowy underbrush of a remote jungle, an unsettling scene unfolds, capturing the viewer's attention with an almost morbid curiosity. The air is thick with humidity, and the rich scent of damp earth mingles with that of decay, as our cameras focus on a hapless creature, a monkey hanging limply from a branch, its eyes glazed over in a mixture of pain and confusion. But it is not just the monkey's lethargy that draws us in. It is the horrifying spectacle of a gruesome wound, marring its once healthy body, a veritable feasting ground for insects. As the camera pans closer, we are met with the gruesome reality of nature's brutality. The monkey's fur, once a vibrant tapestry of browns and golds, is matted and discolored, revealing a raw and festering wound crawling with life, an infestation of grotesque proportions. Insects, often overlooked and misunderstood, play a pivotal role in the cycle of life and death. And here, they are the grim actors on a stage of suffering. Seen up close, the scene becomes ever more horrifying. Flies swarm the gaping wound, buzzing incessantly, their tiny bodies landing haphazardly among the bloody tissue. Larvae, small and writhing, can be seen burrowing deeper into the flesh, a grotesque ballet of decay as they feast on the monkey's living tissue. This is not merely a wound, it is a banquet, a grisly testament to nature's unyielding laws. The sensation of disgust wells up as viewers grapple with the stark realities of life in the wild, the harshness that not only embraces beauty, but also revels in the damage done to the weak and vulnerable. As we delve deeper into the realm of insect infestation, we unveil the chilling truth about these small creatures that command such mighty influence. Within the wound lies a microcosm of life, of flies and maggots, who, in their very excessive swarm, in the frigid, merciless heights where snow leopards reign as spectral ghosts of the mountains, a grim reality hides beneath their stunning, ghostly coats. Picture a snow leopard marked not by the pristine beauty of untouched wilderness, but by a grotesque parasitic bloom festering on its flank. A wound that seems almost plant-like in its twisted, flowering horror. This is not a mere scar or a mark of battle, but a living, oozing infestation that pulses with unwelcome life. The lesion blossoms like a dark flower, swollen, dissected by tendrils of necrotic tissue where parasitic organisms have taken residence, an alien growth thriving on the decay and destruction of its host's flesh. It offers a vivid and disturbing glimpse into nature's unforgiving, sometimes nightmarish cycles of life and death. This dreadful wound is coupled with another equally bizarre. Beneath the vast sun-scorched plains where life pulses relentlessly, a solitary buffalo limps into view, its hulking form marred by a disturbing spectacle. Its hide, once a canvas of rugged strength, now bears an unimaginably grotesque honeycomb wound, a labyrinth of raw holes, pulsating with wet decay, housing legions of tiny invaders. As if nature's cruelty took a sadistic brush to this creature, the wounds gape like open caverns, dark and festering, weaving a narrative of suffering few dare to witness. This is no ordinary injury. It is a gateway to an ecological nightmare, a breeding ground for parasites that thrive in the warm, rotting flesh. The buzzing of flies is not some benign soundtrack, but a prelude to infestation. Maggots writhe beneath the surface, their translucent bodies feasting on necrotic tissue, while microscopic larvae sneer from their nutrient-rich hideout. These parasites, biological freeloaders, turn the buffalo's flesh into their banquet, an endless canyon where death and life wrestle in a grotesque embrace. The parasite infestation on this buffalo delves into a chilling microcosm of survival and decay. The wounds form an ideal incubator for myriads of organisms. Blowfly larvae burrow deep. Beneath the dusty African sun wanders an immense creature, once a symbol of majesty and unyielding strength. Yet today this elephant carries a grotesque burden, a wound so horrific it seems carved by some sinister force. Imagine a massive, gaping cavity, festering deep into the raw flesh, swollen, encrusted with layers of ooze and jagged necrotic edges. This is not a natural scar, nor a mark of old age or battle. It is a living nightmare written in the language of disease and decay embedded within this gaping wound. Like a macabre hive of horror, lies a bee colony thriving grotesquely on the elephant's tortured tissue. The buzzing swarm creates a discordant symphony of life feeding on death, defying the very order of the wild. This chilling spectacle forces us to confront the unnerving relationship between insects and mammals, an intersection of survival and exploitation rarely witnessed in such raw detail. On this elephant's back, a bizarre ecological theater unfolds. These, more parasites than pollinators in this context, have found refuge and sustenance in the elephant's damaged skin. Their hive is not the neat, waxy dome one might admire, but a ragged, infected sprawl, part of the elephant's grotesque wound. The bees exploit the elephant's vulnerability, nesting inside the lesion, protected from predators, constantly fed by the open sores that seep nutrient-rich fluids. What emerges is a dark portrait of nature's cruelty, where one creature's resilience becomes another's grotesque playground. The infestation begins when the elephant, weakened perhaps by age, injury, or human interference, develops skin damage. Unlike the usual minor scrapes healing under thick hides, this wound becomes a festering sore, an invitation to organisms that thrive on decay. The bees, drawn by scent cues like a hive queen zeroing in on nectar, swarm in great numbers. Their stings and activity exacerbate the injury, preventing any healing, turning the wound into a textbook example of necrobiosis complicated by insect colonization. Beneath the buzzing chaos, microscopic bacterial wars chuckle and erupt, compounding the damage with infection, liquefying tissue that leaks sweet fluids, attracting even more insects and flies. From a scientific viewpoint, this infestation is an anomaly, a merger of parasitic and opportunistic lifestyles that challenges our understanding of bee behavior. These bees, typically agents of pollination and ecosystem health, have morphed into unintentional agents of suffering. In the vast, undulating plains where the tall grasses whisper secrets of survival, a solitary bison stands as both a symbol of resilience and a silhouette of suffering. Picture this majestic creature, normally thunderous and powerful, now burdened by a horror that would shock even the hardiest of souls. A gaping wound, a grotesque void on its side, reveals a nest of wasps, a morbid spectacle where nature's cruel dance plays out in grotesque detail. The bison, once the embodiment of strength, now stands as a grotesque testament to nature's twisted balance. As the camera zooms in, the nest pulsates with vibrant activity, its inhabitants careening around in a frantic, ominous buzz, a nightmarish colony thriving in the flesh of its host. Wasps are not just simple nuisances. They are skilled architects of decay and devastation. In this dark narrative, the bison is both a victim and a host, an unwilling participant in an ecological drama that showcases the raw, ruthless realities of life in the wild. Initially, a wasp may lay its eggs in a slight wound or scrape, unwittingly leveraging the bison's own biology against it. As the larvae develop, they feed insidiously on the tissues, turning the bison's body into a living graveyard. The pitiful creature hauls its heavy frame around, its every movement a reminder of the invasion happening within, a horrifying blend of life and death in one flesh-hungry tableau. Yet this tale is not simply one of violent intrusion. It peels back layers of moral complexity in the natural world. The wasps, often vilified for their stings and aggressive defensive nests, serve a purpose they cannot control. They follow the ancient, unforgiving